My fellow people of Earth, my fellow Americans, these men are a few of the Civil War heroes from the United States Civil War. Many of them have been deceased since the year 1861, some of the earliest battles of that terrible war. These men, some resting for more than 149 years, others, who knows? All of them have been here for a century and a half, or maybe a little less. I ask you, when you expire, what impact will you have left on the earth, on your family, on your community, on your nation, and on your planet? These men were heroic and still are. Their spirits still reside in heaven or paradise. Their deeds were sacrificial, honorable, and ultimately loving. I ask you now, if you were to die within the next breath, where would your family be economically, emotionally? What would happen to your family? What would happen if your breadwinner, whether it's you or your wife or husband or family member, what would happen if it all went away? These men fought and many died for freedom, not only in the great American Civil War, but way back in the French and Indian War before we ever became a nation, then in the United States Revolution, and so on and so forth. Today, April the 27th, 2017, men and women still defend the United States of America, and many are still fighting in wars around the globe. Or they are defending areas in Afghanistan, Iraq, and others, even in places like Korea. I ask you, did these men die in vain fighting for freedom, or will you fight for freedom in a different way? Will you fight for your financial independence? Will you fight for your time freedom? Will you fight for your family so that they shall never go without? Will you fight for yourself? Will you fight? Will you honor these men and every soldier that's ever lived, every sailor, Navy, Marine, Reservist, National Guard, Coast Guard? I ask you to defend yourself. Fight for your financial freedom. Fight for your time freedom. Fight for America. Fight for the American dream and fight for the world. And have impact so that one day when you expire, 50, 100, or even 500 years or more, people will still speak of you and your impact. It can be done, and these men prove it. And so have all of our soldiers, those men and women that fought and still fight. My name is Albert Torcaso, and I want to honor these men. I love what they have done, and I've loved them spiritually. And I want to say to their spirits and to their souls and to you, I shall never retreat. I shall always fight, not only for my American dream, or wherever the person may live, but for theirs as well, and for yours. I ask you to fight, and to fight for freedom